there's a sacred hour few know about. Between 2 and 4 in the morning, when the veil between worlds thins, a mysterious force awakens. If you've been waking up during this time, know that it's no coincidence, it's a calling. Florence Scovel Shinn discovered this in the 1920s, while the world plunged into the Great Depression and millions believed scarcity was humanity's destiny. She realized that those who awoke during those silent hours possessed a special connection to abundance. It wasn't insomnia. It was initiation. Have you ever felt that stirring? That awakening without apparent reason, as if something invisible touched your shoulder? Your soul is being called to learn the greatest secret about money that exists. A secret so simple that the complex mind rejects it, so powerful it transforms beggars into kings. Money isn't what you think. It's not paper. It's not a number in an account. It's not a symbol of power. Money is a living entity, a conscious presence that responds to a specific name. And when you learn to pronounce that name with reverence, it comes running like a faithful dog to its owner. But here's what no one tells you. You've been calling money by the wrong names. You call it difficulty, problem, lack. You treat it as an enemy, as something that must be conquered through struggle and suffering. And it, obediently, behaves exactly as you name it. The truth is, money has a secret name, a name that awakens its abundant and generous nature. And when you discover that name and learn to vibrate it between 2 and 4 in the morning, when the universe whispers its deepest secrets, something extraordinary happens. The golden current activates. Those who wake at this hour aren't insomniacs. They are chosen. They are those whose souls are ready to break through the veil of scarcity and enter the golden current of infinite abundance. They are those being prepared to learn the true name of money. And today you will discover what that name is. Today you will learn to call it in a way that it no longer resists. Today you become a conscious magnet for prosperity. But first, you need to understand why money has been avoiding you until now. Money possesses a specific vibrational nature. Just as each person responds best when called by the name they love, money responds best when invoked through its true frequency. And that frequency isn't scarcity, isn't difficulty, isn't struggle. Florence taught that everything in the universe responds to the spoken word with conviction. The word is the invisible mold that shapes energy. When you call money a problem, you're shaping it as an obstacle. When you call it lack, you're programming it to be absent. But there's a name that awakens its generous nature: divine abundance. This isn't just a beautiful concept. It's the true name of money in its purest essence. When you call it this, you're recognizing its sacred origin, its infinite nature, its natural disposition to flow. The law of naming attraction works like this. What you name with genuine emotion, you magnetize. What you treat with reverence and gratitude, you multiply. What you receive as a divine blessing, you perpetuate. Think about it. Have you noticed how prosperous people talk about money? They don't mention it with desperation or anxiety. They speak of it like they talk about a dear friend, with naturalness and affection. They treat it as a companion, not a tyrannical master. Between 2 and 4 in the morning, when your conscious mind rests and your soul awakens, you have direct access to this frequency. It's at this moment that the universe is most receptive to your decrees. It's at this hour that your words carry divine weight. Divine abundance doesn't come through suffering. It comes through recognition. You don't need to fight for it. You just need to call it by its correct name and receive it with open arms. You need to vibrate at the frequency of anticipatory gratitude. Anticipatory gratitude is the most powerful magnet there is. When you give thanks for something before physically receiving it, you are declaring to the universe that you already possess it in essence. You are aligning your vibration with the vibration of abundance realized. And here's the secret few know. Money is attracted by genuine gratitude much more than by desperate need. Need repels, gratitude attracts. Fear pushes away, love draws near. When you learn to name your abundance with affection and receive it with anticipatory gratitude, the golden current activates. But you might be sabotaging yourself without realizing it. Anticipatory gratitude is the most powerful magnetic field in the universe. When you feel gratitude for something that hasn't yet physically manifested, you're sending a clear signal. I already possess this in essence. Now it can appear in form. Think about how you feel when someone thanks you for something you haven't even done yet. You feel like doing it, don't you? The universe works the same way. It leans in the direction of those who vibrate with anticipatory gratitude. But be careful. There's a gigantic difference between genuine gratitude and spiritual manipulation. True gratitude is born from the recognition that abundance already exists. You're just allowing it to manifest. Manipulation is born from lack trying to force results. The vibration of anticipatory gratitude has a specific frequency. It's a mixture of serenity, positive expectation, and absolute trust. It's like a mother preparing a room for a baby who hasn't been born yet, but whom she knows is coming. There's no doubt, no anxiety. There's just loving preparation. Between 2 and 4 in the morning, when you awaken and call your divine abundance by name, do so as if you're welcoming a dear friend arriving for a scheduled visit. Feel the anticipatory joy. Feel the gratitude for knowing it's on its way. Florence discovered that the universe doesn't respond to your fears, but to your genuine feelings. If you feel fear of not having money, you're vibrating with scarcity. If you feel gratitude for knowing that abundance is yours by divine right, you're vibrating with prosperity. The golden current activates when 3 elements align: the correct name being pronounced, anticipatory gratitude being felt, and true identity being assumed. You aren't someone who asks for abundance. You are someone through whom abundance expresses itself. Imagine a river that knows its destination. It doesn't fight against the stones. It flows around them. It doesn't doubt it will reach the sea. It simply flows. The abundance within you works the same way. It knows the way. You just need to stop blocking its passage. When you vibrate with anticipatory gratitude, you're removing the blockages. You're saying, I trust the flow. I receive with joy. I am a willing channel. But perhaps you're creating resistance without realizing it. Perhaps you're repelling exactly what you desire most. Stop for a moment and be honest with yourself. How many times have you spoken about money with anger? How many times have you called it cursed, difficult, or a problem? How many times have you looked at prosperous people with resentment instead of inspiration? Every word charged with negative emotion that you directed towards money created a vibrational barrier. Every thought of scarcity built a wall between you and your abundance. Every time you said, I don't have, you programmed absence. You might be sabotaging your prosperity in ways you don't even imagine. When you complain about prices, you're declaring that everything is expensive for you. When you envy others' success, you're saying that abundance isn't for you. When you blame yourself for desiring more, you're positioning yourself as unworthy. Look at your last few months. How many opportunities knocked on your door and you pushed them away with fearful thoughts? It's too good to be true. I don't deserve it. There must be a catch. Every doubt was a gate slammed shut in the face of your abundance. And here's a painful truth. Money doesn't avoid you because it's evil or limited. It moves away because you vibrate at frequencies that repel it. Your own energy is saying go away while your mouth says come here. Think about this. How do you treat the little money you have? Do you spend it with guilt, like someone committing a crime? Do you hoard it with fear, like someone hiding stolen goods? Or do you circulate it with gratitude and trust, like someone participating in an infinite flow? The way you relate to a single dollar reveals how you would relate to a million. If you don't honor the little, you won't receive the much. If you don't give thanks for what you have, you won't be trusted with more. Perhaps you've learned that desiring money is a sin, that spiritual people should disdain material things. But that's the lie that keeps you small. Abundance is your divine inheritance. Renouncing it doesn't make you holy, it makes you ungrateful. Between 2 and 4 in the morning, when you awaken, your soul is reminding you, you came here to prosper. You came to be a channel of abundance, not a blockage. You came to prove that matter and spirit dance together in harmony. The time for apologizing for desiring abundance is over. The time for blaming yourself for not having it yet is over. The time for calling your divine abundance by its correct name has arrived. Now you're going to learn how to do that. Here's the ritual that will transform your relationship with money forever. It's simple, But don't confuse simplicity with ease. It's powerful, but it requires absolute conviction. Starting today, every time you awaken between 2 and 4 in the morning, you will practice the calling of divine abundance. It's not a beggar's prayer, it's an heir's recognition. First, sit on your bed or stand, but keep your spine straight. Breathe deeply 3 times, feeling that you are inhaling prosperity and exhaling scarcity. Each breath is a vibrational exchange. Now say aloud, with conviction, Divine Abundance, I call you by your true name. I recognize you as my sacred inheritance. I receive you with open arms and a grateful heart. Feel these words reverberating in your chest. Don't just speak them with your mouth, speak them with your whole being. Imagine you're calling a dear friend who is arriving to visit you. Next, declare, I am grateful for the abundance that is already on its way. I am grateful for the money that flows through me like a generous river. I am grateful to be a divine channel of prosperity. Now comes the most important part. Act as if abundance is already present. Smile like someone who just received good news. Feel the relief of someone who knows all financial problems have been resolved. Experience the feeling of security and freedom. During the day, every time you handle money, even if it's a single coin, say softly, Thank you, Divine Abundance, for multiplying through me. Treat every penny as an ambassador of a greater fortune. When you pay a bill, instead of feeling the burden of the outflow, feel the joy of circulation. Say, I bless this money so that it multiplies and returns to me 100-fold. If thoughts of scarcity arise during the day, immediately replace them with, Divine Abundance, I trust you. I allow you to manifest through me now. This ritual isn't about convincing the universe to give you money. It's about aligning your vibration with the abundance that is already yours. It's about stopping resistance to what is trying to flow through you. Practice this for 21 consecutive days. Don't miss a single day. Each missed day breaks the energetic current that is being built. And prepare yourself, because when the golden current activates, everything changes. You are not the same person you were when you started reading this text. Something fundamental has changed in your vibration. You ceased being someone who pursues abundance and became someone through whom abundance expresses itself. This shift in identity is the key to everything. You are no longer a visitor in the realm of prosperity. You are a natural-born citizen. You aren't begging the universe for handouts. You are claiming your inheritance. Florence taught that real transformation happens when you stop seeing yourself as a beggar and recognize yourself as a host. The host doesn't beg for visitors. He prepares the house and knows the guests will come. The host doesn't doubt his ability to provide. He simply provides. When you call your divine abundance by its correct name, you are positioning yourself as its host. You are saying, My life is prepared to receive you. My heart is open to welcome you. My hands are ready to distribute you. From now on, every morning when you awaken between 2 and 4 o'clock, you aren't performing a desperate ritual. You are greeting a force that works through you. You are consciously activating a current that never stopped flowing. It was merely blocked by your resistance. Abundance isn't something you'll achieve one day. Abundance is something you are now. Money isn't something you'll attract. Money is something you allow to flow through your life, just as a river allows water to pass through its bed. You have become a conscious channel. And a conscious channel doesn't worry about the amount of water that will pass through it. It merely keeps the passage clear and trusts the source. Every time you practice the ritual, every time you treat money with reverence, every time you vibrate with anticipatory gratitude, you are strengthening your new identity. You are becoming a naturally prosperous person, and naturally prosperous people don't beg for money. They simply receive it as they receive the air they breathe, naturally, constantly, effortlessly. Your transformation has already begun. The golden current is already active. Now it's only a matter of time until physical reality aligns with your new vibration. And when that happens, you'll know it wasn't luck. It was recognition. It was alignment. It was awakening. From this moment on, you vibrate at a different frequency. You are no longer someone who seeks abundance. You are someone who manifests it naturally. You are no longer someone who fears scarcity. You are someone who trusts in the infinite flow. Every time you awaken between 2 and 4 in the morning, remember, it's not insomnia, it's initiation. Your soul is being called to activate the golden current that connects you to infinite abundance. Your spirit is being invited to participate in a sacred ritual few know about. When you call your divine abundance by its correct name, you're doing much more than attracting money. You're restoring the natural order of things. You're taking your place as an heir to the kingdom of prosperity. You're aligning with the fundamental truth. You came here to prosper. Declare with me now, I am a conscious channel of divine abundance. I allow it to flow through me without resistance. I receive it with gratitude and distribute it with generosity. I am prosperous by divine nature. Feel these words reverberating in every cell of your body. You aren't lying to yourself. You are remembering who you truly are. And now, to seal this new reality, if this text awakened something in you, if you felt your vibration shifting as you read, leave a comment saying, "Divine abundance, I recognize you." Share so that others may awaken to this truth. Subscribe to continue receiving keys that unlock the doors to prosperity. Every action you take now consolidates your new identity. Every gesture of gratitude strengthens the golden current. Every word of recognition expands the magnetic field of your abundance. The time for living small is over. The time for apologizing for desiring prosperity is over. The time for treating money as an enemy is over. You have awakened to the truth. You have discovered the sacred name of abundance. You have learned to vibrate it into existence. Now go and be prosperous. Go and be generous. Go and be grateful. Divine abundance is calling your name, and you already know how to respond. So it is. So it shall be. So it is done. The golden current has been activated. May it flow through you forever.